Since the Brexit vote and Donald Trump's election as US president, we've heard a lot, including from PS commentators, about the impending collapse of the liberal world order. But what does that actually mean? For starters, it means going back to World War II. At the war's start, it became clear to many that only new regional and global institutions could prevent the international system from collapsing frequently into violent conflict. Writing after the fall of France in 1940, Arthur Koestler insisted that Europe needed a new banner to replace the swastika. The only one that would do, he said, were the stars and stripes of the European Union. In 1944, delegates from the 44 Allied countries met in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, to create a new economic framework, establishing the International Bank for Reconstruction and Development, aka the World Bank, and the International Monetary Fund. More broadly, they laid the groundwork for a new kind of internationalism based on economic openness and agreed rules, which was embodied in institutions like the United Nations, which was established the following year. For more than 7 decades, this institutional framework, promoted and guaranteed primarily by the US, has prevented the recurrence of global conflict, enabled Europe's post-war prosperity, and facilitated rapid advances in technology, development, and poverty reduction worldwide. But now the framework's in jeopardy. Trump has promised to put America first. That could mean withdrawing US commitments to NATO allies or Asian allies. It can mean adopting protectionist trade policies, or it could mean backing out of international agreements. If Trump follows through on these promises, the post-war liberal order could begin to look more like the pre-war disorder. This is all the more likely because nobody else is really in a position to assume global leadership. The EU, for one, is preoccupied with Brexit and its own survival. Meanwhile, Asian countries are struggling to manage China's strategic ambitions in the absence of a regional security framework. It may seem solid, but the post-war international order has always been a fragile creation, and its importance is likely to become most clearly apparent only after it's gone.